Hey there guys, Spancy Dragon here, K-Syndromes, and welcome back to Avorion. If you are currently watching this episode without having looked at the recording of our last live stream, then let me try my best to bring you up to speed. We upgraded Mr. Krabs. We upgraded Mr. Krabs a lot in the process, which made Mr. Krabs require multiple thousands worth of crew. Multiple thousands that we physically could not obtain from our previous, well, not previous, but rather our hosts, simply because we did not have reputation with them. We went back with Mr. Krabs, all the while our crew morale was slowly dropping and we were losing crew, to the point where it was actually quite problematic to move. Sadly, it turned out that even with the previous people, we could not actually obtain these crew members. And so, right now, we are on our way all the way back to our very start, to the very start of our Let's Play. And Mr. Krabs is slow. Mr. Krabs is currently the slowest ship in our fleet, and currently the problem is that, well, let me show you what I mean. So, brace for a shock. If you have little children in the room, hide them. Hide them from this monstrosity that now is... Well, I mean, to be fair, Mr. Krabs was always a monstrosity. Like, let's not be too bad about it. But right now, Mr. Krabs has become something quite more, and so much less. So yeah, Mr. Krabs has become a large man. And with that largesse comes a appetite for crew that we physically could not state. And now it wanders around in search of... well, in search of a better place to buy all of the crew from, which, again, is doable. It's just the fact that we have to go all the way back to where we came from. And with Mr. Krabs in particular here, the problem is, well, let's actually have a look-see. So, every single jump is going to take about a minute. We do not have enough engineers, we don't have enough mechanics, we don't have enough surgeons, or commanders, or generals. And, yeah, that is the current trouble with this ship. Oh yes, we also need to pay the crew, which is almost 300,000 credits at this point. So let's actually take a look at that crew. If we can. If I can remember where it was. Ah, there we go. So we are currently lacking quite a bit of everything, and a little bit of everything. Though, upon reflection, and this is again a problem with my rationale, and that fact is that, quite frankly, we could have probably went to the unforgiving curse of Prime and actually buy all the high-level crew off there. It's just the problem is, it is much easier to actually do the thing and grab all the crew from a shipyard. It's just that the order crew from shipyard as a, as a ship option becomes only valid if you have very good, like, if you have excellent relations with that particular faction. And seeing, though, that is not the case for neither, like, any of the factions apart from the starting one, that is, in fact, where we are going right now. And Maybe it is for the best. Maybe it's not. All I know is that the next system that I'm going to be hitting has things inside of it, which means that the cooldown period for this thing is going to be chonkalicious. Well, maybe not that bad. But still, let us go. So these relations are good. That is, in fact, good. I want to see if maybe I can hope. Snuggler hideout. So the headquarters for these guys is over here. I kind of wonder if perhaps it would be safe to actually try and get to them. Although we are, we are actually so close to this place that we probably might as well just go there. It's really not that big of a deal anymore. Since we are here anyway, we might as well do it. And I've been thinking, how do we, quote, celebrate this little excursion of ours? What do we actually do now that we are here? And I've decided that since Mr. Krabs is going all the way back there again, there has to be a reason for it. And I think as a, since we're doing this anyway, I think it might be a good time to visit these people again and make them suffer a little bit. You thought you saw the last of me, dear sirs and sirettes. I assure you, that is not the case. Not at all. But yeah, anyway, I've been playing a lot more PlanetSide these days, so I really do apologize for some of the PlanetSide 2 content out there on my server, not my server, my channel right now. I know that is not a primary game that you signed up to watch, but I just wanted to share a little bit of I wonder if this is a bad idea. Let's actually let Mr. Krabs go first. Let's actually become Mr. Krabs as we go through this little gate. The terrible part is that I don't actually remember if we know where this place had their, Actually, no, there it is. Blessing Prime. No, this is actually perfectly fine. Okay, I'm going to very quickly switch back to ship with a view. And since I'm here, I might as well check out some of the equipment that we can actually do. Now, since we are here. But yeah, one of the things that we covered in the previous episode was the idea that Mr. Krabs is becoming our monstrosity, our flagship. Sadly, the game cannot handle the awesomeness that is Mr. Krabs, and it is becoming much less practical to have it as our primary combat ship by every single added item on it. Like, it is becoming physically too large for the AI to make use of it. So that is something of a thing that needs to be done. So let's take a look what this guy has. This guy, in fact, has a armed or unarmed turret slot that I really don't care for, and I guess nothing else worth of value. That is Slightly sad, but there you go. You know, I just realized, why the hell am I going for the Prime if I don't need to just buy the things? And there is, in fact, a goddamn... I am being exceptionally stupid these days, and I don't know why. I do not have a good reasoning for that. But yeah, Mr. Krabs, technically speaking, should be able to just hire crew, request transport. There we go. Yes, please become to me. Please become to me so I can become whole again. I desire you within me. Oh. There's my crew transport. I thought it would be... I thought it would come from that, the station, but apparently no. Yes, wait at my current location. Look, I have places to be and things to shoot, sir. I cannot really allow myself to just wait for you. So please become here, so that I can become yes. It's gonna be very interesting if I freaking ram kill this thing. I guess I should probably... That is a phone call. Why am I... I'll need to take this, guys, after we do the thing. It has become slightly closer. Transfer crew. And there we go. Mr. Krabs has become whole. As he god darn should have been. Right. Guys, this is going to be a micro episode because it looks like I need to be in my pants and at the front door. Which is probably for the best, because if we're going to go back to the previous sectors, we might as well do it properly and give it justice. Alright guys, I need to actually just make this a very small episode this time. So I will see you in the next one.